Hey guys, Pen Number 1 here, and I'm going to show you what I've been doing since my laptop died. So, if I just connect to the local host, because I'm hosting a private LAN server, because my brother's been helping me basically. Where to start? Map. Why have I got enchanted snowballs? What snowball? And then power 5 snowball, okay. Anyway, so basically, before my laptop died, I was doing a sort of speed build thing, I guess, of a custom map I was creating, custom/adventure map, called Project Sky Tropics. But, of course, my laptop died, the hard drive got corrupt, so I lost everything. So I built my new computer. I can actually run things without lagging. This is a, like, 32-bit texture pack, I think. Yeah, it's called Megadoku. It's awesome. And yeah. So instead of Project Sky Tropics, I've been making this map. Not as a replacement, it's just something to do while I was waiting, basically. I haven't got a name for this, but if you guys are like, I don't know what you'd say. If you guys have seen previous videos, you'll know that I'm a big Zelda fan. Especially the game Zelda Wind Waker. And Wind Waker is basically this big map where you travel around in a boat, and the world is split up into quadrants, or like little squares. I think it's 10 by 10 is the size on Wind Waker. So I tried to recreate that in Minecraft. I put a water world, which is a super flat customization, which gives you 90 blocks down of water. It's insane. And then like 5 sand, 5 stone, bedrock, basically. And I have split up I think it's 1024 by 1024 block area, which is shown on this map, into these squares. These squares are 4 by 4 chunks, so they are 16, 32, 64 by 64 blocks, I think. That doesn't seem right. Maybe it's 32. Hang on, I've got a quick way to check. If I like left click there, left click, right click there, left click there, / set dirt. 64 blocks have been changed. Yeah, it's 64. Okay. Just undo that. That was World Edit, by the way. I have that hosted on my server. It's a bucket plugin that allows you to create loads of stuff. I also have it single player as the mod single player commands, which I will put in the description below. Yeah. So this is basically the starting island that we have here. It took me a while to come up with a house design, and I'm still not that happy with the ones that are with these anyway. So yeah, but I love this tower I've made. I just love it for some reason. It's amazing. Still need to redo the flag though, because that's really square. Tried to make it sort of flailing in the wind, but it doesn't really work. But yeah, basically you start in this house down here, the porchway. You will spawn in here, blah blah blah, kind of like on Wind Waker. It is not like exactly like Wind Waker. It's not going to have certain things on this map that Wind Waker has. For example, Dragon Roost Island is one with a big dragon at the top of a volcano. Yes, I will have volcanoes, obviously, but I'm not gonna copy it. I just took the idea of the quadrants, basically. I was showing my friend and he said, yeah, that's pretty much Wind Waker. And I was like, no, what I'm doing is the squares. So basically I have 16 by 16 of these squares, and each square is 4 by 4 chunks, and a chunk is 16 by 16 blocks. So it's pretty big. This island, or collection of islands, is 2 chunks, or 2 of my quadrants, which is 8 by 4 chunks in size. And this is like the starting village. It's pretty basic. You got some little huts. They're not really huts, they're like cottages, really. Got the little buildings, nice and peaceful. There's like a tower over there, which I haven't made a way into yet. There's no actual way inside. I'll work on that. Then you've got up here, the farm is sort of on the top, which is really weird. Normally you have a farm down low, but I guess it's kind of like the high altitude. I don't know. Does high altitude increase, like, fertility of crops and stuff? Or, I don't know. Yeah, there's also pigs. So hiccups. You go further on up to the top level, and there's it's meant to be a rope bridge, which, yes, is on Wind Waker, but I needed a bridge to get from here to there. So yeah, it's kind of like a rope bridge, or a very loose sort of hanging bridge, which I thought was pretty cool. And it leads to these ruins. I really like these ruins. It's the first time I've ever tried to make ruins, and I think it turned out pretty well. So you've got this main sort of part here, and then you've got this little building with a little riddle. Now, if I take a sapling, that's not what it's going to be when I release the map, by the way. I'm going to use a custom texture pack, so it will look like something else. And yeah, basically throw that in there, and it opens up. And that leads down into a, yeah, dungeon cave thing, basically. So yeah, it's basically the first island I've made. I've made a couple more. For example, there's this one, which is really boring. But because this island sort of overlapped this quadrant, I needed something small. Then there's this island with a giant hole for some reason. It's like a big world hole. Yeah. It's got a little hut where a fisherman lives. It's got like a little pier. He's got his own little potato garden. Then up here there is I guess it's an alcove, I guess? Yeah, it's sort of this cutaway in the mountain with the waterfall, which was really nice, which leads from the, sort of leaks from the lake? Yeah, lake on top. And then over there's a volcano, which is still being made at the moment. It needs to have a tip on it, needs to be slightly higher. And yeah, there's lava inside, blah blah blah. Oh, this is my day. Always day machine, basically. So when it's daytime, it'll send out a pulse. It'll send out a redstone signal, which is linked up to this to set to day. But of course, if it's always day, it's just going to set it as day. So like in the morning, it'll set it as day. Okay, then it'll turn night, but there won't be a signal. So I put this redstone torch, which basically inverts it. So when it's day, it turns off the torch, and when it's night, the torch comes on, turns it back to day. It's kind of confusing and hard to explain. But yeah, basically I have filled 1, that's kind of overlapping, doesn't count, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over there. 6 out of, what's 16 by 16? Big number, I'm guessing. I think it's 1024 actually. Yeah, it should be. Wait, I don't know. That can't be right. Whatever. So yeah, I filled 6 quadrants out of a lot. So if you guys have any ideas for quadrants, I guess, then put a comment in the description below. If you also have any ideas of what I can do for this map, or if you have any, I guess, building experience, then I'd be happy, like really happy for people to help me. I mean, it's going to be a big project, just look at the size of the map. I want to have sort of a mainland comprised of like 7 quadrants or something like that. Like a big island, somewhere top right, sort of, yeah, with a kingdom on it. That I want to have like, I don't know, dungeon islands. So, like big islands, like 2 by 2 chunks that would have a dungeon inside with puzzles and stuff. And then in the very, very center, there'd be a special place where you take all of the treasures, I guess, from the dungeons, and it would unlock the final dungeon or whatever. You know, Zelda style. For example, in Zelda, you normally have to collect some kind of gem or power or spirit or something. When you collect them all, you gain access to somewhere, or you gain a power to beat something, basically. So yes, it is loosely Zelda based, but I don't want it to be an exact replica. I want it to be different and, you know, Minecrafty. So yeah, that's pretty much it actually. Glad to be back doing videos. I've been having a little bit of problem rendering them, which is why I haven't done any recently. But I should be back now. Should be raring to go. They won't be as consistent as before. 'Cause before I tried to do one a day, it was maybe miss a day. But now it's going to be maybe one every 2 days. Depends like what I'm doing, because I've got a lot going on at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you later. Bye.